Welcome back to Dollar Mine. Today, we're merging two incredibly powerful worlds, personal finance and artificial intelligence. For the longest time, managing your money has felt like an absolute chore, right? While AI, well, that felt like something strictly reserved for tech experts. But you know what? Those two worlds are finally colliding in the best way possible. If you're looking to build smarter money habits without those traditional headaches and late night math sessions, you are in exactly the right place. Okay, let's dive into this. In this explainer, we're going to uncover how AI is quietly transforming budget tracking from a tedious, anxiety-inducing task into something intuitive, effortless, and actually incredibly empowering.
Let's be brutally honest for a second here. Are you still tracking every single purchase in a massive, infinitely complex, color-coded spreadsheet? Or maybe you're all too familiar with the pain of sitting at the kitchen table at the end of the month, surrounded by a mountain of faded receipts, trying to figure out why your bank balance is off by exactly 42 cents. It's a frustrating, time-consuming grind, and honestly, most of us completely dread it. For decades, that kind of manual labor was really the only way to keep a close eye on your spending. But thankfully, the landscape of personal finance is evolving faster than ever, and that old-school heavy lifting is rapidly becoming a thing of the past.
Now, just a quick heads up before we really get into the mechanics of how all this works. This explainer is purely educational. We're just going to highlight the common types of AI-powered financial tools that are out there and available to you right now. Keep in mind that specific features, button placements, and dashboard layouts, yeah, those will naturally look a little different depending on the exact app or provider you choose to go with. But the core concepts, the underlying magic we're exploring today, those remain exactly the same across the board.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the stark contrast between the past and present, especially when you think about your absolute most valuable resource, your time. The old way of doing things meant manually sorting every single transaction. It meant logging into multiple bank accounts, exporting files, and categorizing every single coffee run, gas station trip, and grocery bill completely by hand. It was just an exhausting hassle. But the AI way, it completely flips the script. Artificial intelligence literally thrives on processing massive amounts of unstructured data in the blink of an eye. It takes that chaotic, overwhelming mess of daily transactions and instantly translates it into a clean, simple overview. It's giving you hours of your life back every single month. So what exactly is an AI budget tracker anyway? Well, at its core, it's a tool that uses artificial intelligence to automatically organize your purchases and recognize your unique spending patterns. And this brilliantly illustrates how it totally demystifies the entire budgeting process. Instead of you doing all the heavy lifting, the technology is just working quietly behind the scenes. Think of it like having a highly efficient, tireless personal assistant. It actually learns your habits over time, it figures out which stores you frequent, and it does the hard work of making sense of your spending data for you. Let's move to and see how this builds. Because how does that actually play out in your day-to-day life? Well, it essentially comes down to automated spending categories. The AI acts as a smart filter, automatically sorting your purchases into practical, everyday buckets, like groceries, transportation, entertainment, and shopping. You just go about your life, you know? You buy your morning coffee, you pay for parking, you grab some takeout for dinner. You swipe your card, and the algorithm knows exactly where that transaction belongs. Zero manual entry required. The organization just happens in the background, in real time, without you ever having to lift a single finger. How cool is that? Which leads us to the real payoff. Just imagine opening a single app or dashboard and instantly seeing a beautiful visual summary of your entire month. We're talking no endless rows of tiny numbers, no confusing Excel formulas, just clear, colorful charts that slice your overall budget into those precise categories we just talked about. I can't overstate this. It provides immediate cognitive relief. It drastically lowers financial anxiety because you can literally see exactly where your money has gone at a single glance. It turns what used to be a dreaded chore into a super quick check-in, making the ongoing management of your finances incredibly easy and straightforward.
So the crucial point is, the biggest advantage isn't that AI makes financial decisions for you. It absolutely doesn't. Its true power is simply making your financial information way easier to read and organize. The AI isn't going to tell you how to live your life. It won't scold you for buying that extra pair of shoes or ordering delivery on a Friday night. It has absolutely zero opinions. The decision-making power remains 100% in your hands. The AI simply hands you a perfectly organized, highly accurate map, empowering you to make the absolute best choices for your own personal goals. Which leaves us with a rather provocative question to wrap up our explainer today. With your budget perfectly organized, the math completely done for you, and your spending beautifully categorized, what AI tool comes next?
because budget tracking is really just the beginning of this revolution. There's a whole other category of AI financial tools out there right now that people are finding surprisingly powerful for building actual wealth and saving much smarter. We're going to be exploring that very soon, but until then, stay curious, keep learning, and absolutely enjoy your newly organized finances.